that would be people like NCH and, oh no, they're not called that anymore. They've just changed their name.
Action for Children.
Action for Children, thank you very much. Action for Children and NDMA and so on. Our Chief Executive chairs the Major Providers Group, which is effectively what it says on the tin, the group of major providers of childcare, and the Alliance is the chair of that. And that has governments here, it has a chair of the government table, so we do a lot of influencing through that, and also other, both local and national steering committees. We're invited to sit on those because, again, people are aware of our work, what we stand for and what we do. Which leads me on to the increased media. We have increased media attention these days. I would say I'm never convinced whether that's a good or bad thing. If you ask certain people, maybe Russell Brand or Jonathan Ross or someone like that, you know, there is such a thing as bad publicity. However, not going that way, we are increasing our attention in good publicity. We get more public, we are managing to raise public awareness of the work that we do, us as an organisation and a brand, frankly, and the work that we do and the importance behind the work we do and where the issues are, such as, for example, pay in the childcare sector. We're managing to raise awareness of how we put all this effort into saying, you know, and I'm sorry to sound cheesy here, the children are our future and everything else, but do we have equivalent pay rates for people who are expecting to bring them on and develop them? So we are raising our media mentions and everything else, especially Steve Alexander in Under 5, which I believe most of us know is our magazine, so we can claim to be raising it deeply there as well. All of this ties in to the main strategic plan for 2009 to 2012. I sincerely hope everyone in this room who is either a volunteer or a staff member has been consulted on this. Somebody nod. People have seen it, they have been consulted, good. Because that was the point, we spent a good 3 or 4 months. I've only been in post 6 months because I moved up from London to take this job and I wasn't in the childcare sector prior to this. Voluntary sector, just not childcare. So a lot of what I'm doing for the last 6 months has been around consulting for the new strategic plan. It is now set in stone, so to speak, 2009 to 2012. And our 3 main aims are to be the premier provider of childcare services, to be the voice of the early years, continued voice of the early years, I should probably add, and to make sure that we are the lead in cutting-edge practice and innovation. And I think with some of the statistics I've talked about this morning, all of those do actually fill into those 3 main aims, and we'll be able to take those further on in the next 3 years, 2012, yes, well it starts in 2009, so it's 3 years, and we'll be able to take those and build on what we have as a really stable base to bigger and better things. Having said all of that, and being asked to talk about the national side, which hopefully I'll be able to give you a very brief flavour of what we're doing there, I do actually still want to add that we are very much aware that actually the bread and butter work, the main stuff that comes forward and enables us to do all the good statistics of 135 nurseries and whatever else, is the fact that people work really, really hard at the grassroots level, and we do know that, and we are aware of it. And really, I would just like to say thank you to the people who do that, and it's really fantastic, the volunteers and the staff and everybody else who's involved in all the different areas. Having been here 6 months and moved around the division and met an awful lot of people, I tend to say as a little bit of a joke almost, that you walk into a room and you talk to someone and they say, oh well, I've only been here 10 years, I'm quite new really. If you want to know what's going on, go and talk to so-and-so who's been here 25 years. And actually it's quite awe-inspiring that any organisation can keep people and staff and volunteers involved for that long, that, you know, we have to be doing something right, and that is down to you guys, so thank you very much.
Thank you, Shona.
That's why you don't want to do PowerPoint as well.
Right, now we come to the formal part of the AGM. You should have in front of you an agenda, a copy of the minutes of the last AGM, which was actually on the 2nd of February this year. And that is the delay we had because we actually moved the offices. So we had 2 AGMs in 1 year. Like this. So, yes. You should also have a copy of the annual report, and there should be a copy of the financial report there as well. Apologies for the actual AGM part of this. We've got apologies from Full Speed Preschool. from Julie Graham, who's our area manager. Marion Pearson and Anne Saunders. Have we got any more apologies from anybody? Janet Wilson. Any more? Okay. Right. So we need to approve the minutes of the last AGM. Anybody who was attending last time? Managed to have a read through. Can we have a proposal and seconder for the AGM minutes, please? Anybody like to propose? Thanks, Jane. Thank you. Stratton McFadden has proposal. Seconder, please. So we've got the minute secretary still on the steps if everybody's wondering why I'm sort of going like that all the time. Right, thank you very much. Has anybody got any matters arising from these minutes? We're quite pleased with these, quite proud of these annual reports actually, because we feel they're quite professional looking. And this time we've got the main sort of reception area, which looks totally different today because we're sat in the monster.
Yeah, so you get a good idea of what we had to do yesterday.
We've actually sat on top of the reception desk. So this is where it normally is, so it's been dismantled and so that's...
So any volunteers Monday morning if they want to come
What a shame, I'm working. As you can see in the annual report, this forward by myself. Unfortunately, I had to have my picture on it. Yes, I've got a bright red face. I've actually been out for lunch and had a couple of glasses of wine. They insist on putting this one in every time. So So I'm not going to read all that out, because that would be rather silly of me. So, and you can see all within the report, a lot of the projects are detailed, very much so, from all the projects. So you can take that with you and read that through. But if anybody has had an opportunity to have a look through it this morning so far, if anybody wants to make any comments, they can.